the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play.
And his first pass is incomplete.
But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes Rager.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Cousins.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
On 2nd and 9. Cousins.
Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop? Offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be about a 4-yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
And this returnable for Rager.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Play action now, Cousins.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Defense.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They're working out of the gun. Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns, Charles. A great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now Jones. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup with 7 past the 30 to the 32. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's
under pressure. They got him again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Taken from just outside the 30.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Vikings.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Fake it. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
He'll take it at the 42. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the interception, Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Well, this one complete to Smith. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Giants one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Azeez Ojulari
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
T.J. Hawkinson,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they've faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Joseph now to have the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On play action, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go...
touchdown! Adam Thielen. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense ain't been... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And you can bet they're preaching. The ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now out come the Giants.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ballgame.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson,
42 yards.
and the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Here's Jones to throw on 2nd down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Throwing here, Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
CD, it'll go to the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he... Now Jones. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.